Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to look at what you may be struggling with, what's going on currently, and then the future energies that may be coming in for you. All right. We have Ace of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and I feel like there's something that you want to start, and there's something that you want to do, or there's a new direction that you want to go in, or you want to have new energy that's coming into your life, but you're holding yourself back, and it's something that you have to work at, and it's something that you maybe have to work a little bit harder at, something that you maybe have to focus on more. I feel like you're kind of it also could be that you're holding yourself back from some opportunities that are coming in, and maybe you're finding those reasons why you can't do it, rather than finding those ways that you can make it happen. Sometimes, we're lacking in our own self-confidence, and we're not kind of pushing ourselves to go out of our comfort zone and try new things or different things or new experiences or more challenges. And if you're really not ready for that, I'm not saying to push yourself to that, but I feel like this reading is for that person that kind of has those opportunities and those things that are coming in, or you feel this burning desire, that you feel this energy inside, that there's something that you want to do, that you want more, that there's this emptiness and you want to achieve more and you want to do more and you want to go after more things, but you're holding yourself back, right? But it's something that you have to work at. It also could be a career, right? It could have to be that there's a new opportunities or career, or going back to school, or maybe it's starting your own YouTube channel, right? Making, a social media account and exploring those things. And, I just feel like these days the opportunities to make money are so, like, there's so many more opportunities than there ever were before with, doing things online and being your own boss, and, being able to do those things without physically having to go to a place. If that's what you want, to have that freedom to set your own schedule, to be your own boss. So I feel like there's so many opportunities out there these days where you can do those type of things, and it can be daunting and overwhelming when you're trying to start those. Definitely, I know that, but it's like learning and researching those, and to not hold yourself back if that's what you feel that's something that you want to do, right? So here we are for current energies, kind of suggestions. So we have the Two of Wands, which is making that decision, and we have the Queen of Swords, which she thinks of those ways in order to make things happen, right? Thinking of those ways to make things happen. And Six of Pentacles could be sharing, but when I first saw that, I feel like it could represent researching things, communicating with people that are already doing or in the area of whatever this is over here that you want to do, which represents this Ace of Wands, is communicating or seeing or watching videos, or learning about that. If there is a passion or a desire, or there's something that you want to do, that you start looking into that, and you listen to other people who have gone down that path or tried those things, or kind of, the more that we know about something, the less stress that we have about it. Sometimes when we think something is very daunting or something that is very scary, that the more we research about it and the more that we find out about it, that kind of settles us down, and that gives us that confidence in order to make the decision to move forward. So for some reason, I feel like education or knowledge, like that's really big. That will help to settle your nerves, or help to give you that push to move forward with whatever this Ace of Wands represents for you. We have the High Priestess, so for future energies or energies that want to come in for you. We have the Four of Wands. We have Temperance, which is Sagittarius. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands, right? That progression right there, moving from the 9 to the 10, carrying on. We have the Death card, which is Scorpio, and the Knight of Pentacles. So for the future energies, it's like having that fulfillment inside, or knowing that you're on the right direction. Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands can also represent that partnership with someone. It could be a partnership if there's something that you want to do with someone else, having that partnership come together. It could just be working on a relationship, right? It could be that you decide that you finally want to, or that you want to put more effort or energy into a relationship. I'm thinking more of business. I feel like it's something, a desire or a passion or a goal inside that you've been wanting to achieve, but you just haven't done it. And now you're feeling this pull inside that it's something that you want to achieve and that you want to do. We also have Temperance, which is, it can be that compromise. It can also be being patient. We have the Death card, which is letting go of something that's holding you back. And I feel like that's this Four of Pentacles. I feel like that goes back to this Four of Pentacles over here. Because I feel like that is that, like I was saying before, those reasons why you can't do something. And you're like, no, I'm going to find the ways that I can. And Death card also represents that transformation. And saying, yes, I can. And going from the 9 to the 10 of Wands is that progression, right? That moving forward, that I'm tired and I'm exhausted, but you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to load up my wands and I'm going to carry them on my back, and I'm going to get them to my destination, because that's what I feel inside, right? Having that feeling inside that this is the right direction for you. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is that slow, steady progress. This is something that just goes day by day, that this is going to take some time, but it's that positive energy that you build off of. It's like accomplishing one little goal after another, and it's feeding off of that and then moving forward with that. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So it's kind of learning from the past, and I feel like it's achieving those goals, right? It's putting that power and that energy, and what are those things that you can do to achieve your goals, like whatever this Ace of Wands here represents. It's making it happen, telling yourself, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make these changes. I'm going to do what I need to do to get to where I want to be. That I'm not going to turn opportunities up. I'm not going to talk myself out of things if it's something that I feel I want to do, right? So right here with this Five of Wands, I feel like that's within yourself. You keep going back and forth. That there may be those days where you're like, yep, I'm motivated, I'm going to move forward, and then you start to do it and you're like, nope, I'm not going to do it. It's too much. I'm too overwhelmed. I'm going to back away, or I have all these other things going on that I need to focus on. If you want to make something happen, right, you have to put the work and the energy and the effort into it. You have to find a way to put the energy and the effort into it. And if it's something that you really want, you will make it happen. And I feel like that's, yeah, I love it, the Magician. You will make it happen. I mean, does that card say it or what? And we have the Infinity sign, which is individual empowerment. And he has his hands wrapped around all of the pentacles, the wands, the swords, and the cups. It's like, you will make it happen. I feel like you're going back and forth. Like, do I want this to happen or do I not want to have this happen? And I feel like once you are committed, that it's successful, right? Because you're putting that energy and you're putting that work into it. And you're having the support of the people that are around you that lift you up and want to motivate you to push you forward. But you have to be your biggest motivator, right? You have to be consistent with that even on the days that you're struggling, you say, I'm struggling today, but I'm still, this is still what I want. This is still what I want to have. This is still the way that I want to go. And I feel like the Two of Cups represents that relationship that you have with yourself, and that builds that relationship with yourself stronger and more confident. And you're like, yeah, like I can overcome, I can handle situations. I can find the answers that I need to make sure that I'm progressing forward. You have to have that faith and that belief in yourself, because if you don't have that and you're questioning yourself and you're saying negative things to yourself, then you're not going to achieve your goals. So we have Two of Wands again. So again, I feel like it's making that decision. Like, what's the path? What do you want to do? Do you want to commit to this Ace of Wands and move forward? Or do you want to wait more time? But I feel like this reading is for that person that's like, yes, move forward, move forward, move forward. Don't stop, right? Because time doesn't stop. Time keeps going. And you wouldn't want time to have gone by and you look back and you say, oh, I really wish I had tried that opportunity. You know, I was right there. I was right at the crossroads. I was right, ready to make it happen. And I felt so strongly about it, but I walked away. And just even if you start to walk down that path and you make that decision and you start looking into it, if it's not something that you want to do, then I feel like at least you tried it and you find that, okay, that, you know, I didn't want to do that. But if you find that you really like it, that kind of builds your momentum and pushes you forward even more. But I feel like that's definitely a decision that you have to make for yourself. You can't put that on other people. You can't wait for other people to give you answers, because they may never give you answers or directions. And you don't want to have your life always waiting for other people to make decisions for you. You want to be able to make your own decisions and your own choices and what works best for you, right? What makes you happy? What makes you excited? What makes you feel like a kid again, right? Because when you're young, you have all of these ideas and you're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You know, the little kids they're so cute. They're like, I'm going to be a firefighter and I'm going to be an astronaut and I'm going to be a singer. You know what I mean? The possibilities are endless for them, right? And they're so excited about everything. And it's like, I feel like it's that getting back into that energy. And right here with the Death card is there's those two sides to the Death card, is letting go of those Nine of Swords, those worries and that anxiety. And if it's knowledge and seeing what other people have done or how they've gone down this path that you want to go, and gaining that knowledge, that helps to settle these insecurities that you may have. And this is also about worrying about things that you can't control and not talking yourself out of it. So I feel like it's letting go of that. And this new young energy is focusing on the positive, focusing on the good, focusing on what you can do and what you can achieve, and kind of turning that frame of mind around. We have the Ten of Wands again, releasing those burdens, releasing that heaviness that you have on your back. What are those things that you can let go of? What are those things that you can do to make yourself feel more comfortable? Seeing things from a different perspective. The Hangman, my favorite card. Seeing things from a different perspective, letting go, right? All of these coins or whatever they are falling out of his pockets, and he's not trying to grab for them. He's letting it go. Letting go of the stress and anxiety, and then coming into your own power, your own strength, feeling confident and being patient. Knowledge. I feel like that's the big word here, is gaining more information if that helps you to move forward. We have the Five of Swords, not letting what other people say affect you and being ready to take charge of the direction of where you want to go and gathering up everything, right? And moving on from this situation back here. And that can really be life-changing for some people. That can really push you into a direction that you didn't even realize that you wanted to go. But it all starts with taking with that first step. That first step is acknowledging that there's something that you want to do, and then putting the work into it, whatever that represents for you, and going after that, learning about things and believing in yourself and moving forward. All right, so let's get a Lenormand. sometimes it's hard. Like for me, I definitely was lacking confidence. And with this channel, I would start it and then I'd stop it, and I'd start it and I'd stop it. But there was always this feeling inside that you have to keep going. Like there was something inside that was saying, yes, keep going, keep going. And then I would do it and I'm like, oh, this is too overwhelming. There's too many things to figure out. And then I'd stop it and I'm like, oh, I'd start questioning myself. And then but then when I became more confident and I'm like, well, this is me and this is how I want to do it. And this is the audience that I want to gain, is an audience that likes my readings and how I do it. Because I was always trying to compare myself to other people. And I'm like, no, you have to be you. And there was always this inner push inside, and I'm so happy that I kept up with it. And it was a fight. It was definitely a struggle for me, but I'm so happy that I hung in there, and I feel like that's what this reading is too, is just being able to hang in there. We have the storks, which is they're building that nest together. They're building, that could be you, building your future. Like I said, it could be with a relationship that you decide that you really want to focus on and you want to make things work. And, what are those things that you need to let go of or work on within the relationship, and to focus on the positive. And yes, we can do this together and building together. But that also could be on your own, building your empire, right? Building your businesses, building your happiness. And whatever that represents that you're building and you're putting together. And we have the sun right there. And that's what you have to focus on. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.